Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back
to the NDK Podcast.
Thanks for being with us, as always.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. This week, we are doing a themed episode, kind of ish. So,
we are doing a theme.
But we're going to start off with what you've been up to, because it actually, by complete accident, ends up being what we're going to talk about. So let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
What have you been up to this week?
Well, this week I got my the inside of my car detailed.
Yeah.
Getting all that, now that winter's over officially, getting all that salt and gravel and all that snow gunk out of there.
Yeah.
So, and they did a really good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate that you do that. I used to do that when I was younger. I'd get my car detailed like every spring, you know?
Yeah.
Then you have a nice, like, new looking car to start off the summer season.
Yeah, it was great. The people at Bender Mobile took care of me. I believe they're out in Wellesley. Shout out to them. And Katrina, the girl who did, I had a really nasty salt build up there, and she got through it.
She rocked it.
Yeah, she did.
Nice.
Good for her. They were great. She was great. So highly recommend them, and they come to you. So
there you go. Mobile.
Yeah, mobile detailing.
Mobile service.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yes. And so now my car is as clean as it's going to be until the next time that happens.
Nice.
Not that I'm too bad. I used to be really bad for not having the cleanest of cars and just like junk everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And I still do sometimes. There's a bit of junk, but I'm not anywhere near as bad as I used to be. And I'm definitely not one of those ones that cleans the car on a regular basis, or like wipes off the dash or anything like that. I'm really lazy that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're the exact opposite in literally every way.
Every way. And I do remember back in the day, I think you had a Malibu. No, not a Malibu. Was it a Malibu?
I did. Yeah.
I do remember the interior being a little bit shady back in that time.
Hell yeah.
That might be the time you're talking about being worse than now.
Well, because I think it was the side windows were tinted, but neither the front nor the back.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you gave me shit about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I said, I'm not going to pay to get just the back one tinted. Like, it's not worth it. It wasn't worth it to me.
Fair. Yeah. It's your money.
As we'll get into, like, I don't buy expensive cars. Like, at all.
Yeah, we are going to get into that.
Yeah, it's got to be used so I can use it. And also,
yeah,
I don't buy expensive cars. Like, I buy my cars outright.
Yeah.
So just, like, give them the money and then I own it.
And I'm not making payments.
I've never made a car payment.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's the life. I can't say the same. I've made some payments in my day.
Yeah.
But
well, you've had some nicer cars than me.
Yeah. I mean, sure. But car cleanliness for me, I am for sure fucked.
Yo, yeah. You're anal.
Yeah, I was raised this way though. I was raised this way. So my grandfather had classic cars, or a classic car. Mm-hmm. And he had that sucker clean. Like liquid glass on the outside so he can,
my dad's
Swiffer that shit off because it, doesn't get any dirtier than that.
My dad's the same with all that.
Yeah. And then I had that upbringing, and also, I had to buy my cars too. So it's like, well, fuck, I got to spend all this money on this shit. I want it to be nice. And also I worked at a detail shop for a bit. Same place I got my speeding ticket, for those of you who have been following the pod. I got the speeding ticket at the same spot, but I had to clean the entire car lot every day. So you start at one side, take your fucking hose, your extra long hose and your bucket. Oh. You learn how to work a fucking stream because you don't want to spray the car beside you.
Okay.
Wash every fucking car. And then I worked for a guy who's a complete he was full of himself big time. Not a nice dude, but had lots of money. Yeah. So he drove a Mercedes SL, some fucking $100,000 some bitch.
He would.
In $2,000-$300,000 car, right? So expensive. Mm-hmm. And guess what he had to do every time? he came to work. Every time he came to work,
Wash his car.
detail his car.
Oh, detail his car.
Detail his car for him because he's at work. So that was full interior, full wax on the outside, wax the rims too.
Wow.
So because that was my daily life for the better part of a year, I've just like, it's in me now.
Yeah.
So now like I don't want to say I like cleaning cars because I don't.
Fair.
It takes a long time, but I like having a clean car. So I'm that sucker who's in the driveway all day. Starting in the morning, you wash it, you vacuum it, you armor all fucking everything. You do every window.
Did you go outside in or inside out?
Yeah, I'm going there. So you start at the outside.
Sorry.
Yeah, start at the outside. And then while it's drip drying, you get in, you get your vacuum out, bing, bing, boom, armor all the interior. And then
all right.
I'll even get up on the doors, like, like the inside of the doors, right?
Yeah, I do.
Where most people don't fuck with that, but I'll get in there with spray wax, right? And then, so like every time I get in my car, it's like I got into a new car. Newish car. And everyone, they mention, like, Janine, every time she takes someone somewhere, oh, your car's so clean, right? Well, it's because you're living with a fucking nutcase.
And she'll be the first to tell you, oh, it's Nathan, 100%. This isn't me. This isn't me at all.
Oh, yeah, I have to, like, give her shit for, like, don't do this, don't do that, like,
yeah.
I get in the car, I'll be like, oh, so were you eating in the car again the other day? Well, because she knows she's fucking caught, because, like, she leaves fucking crumbs. Like, the least you could do is clean up your crumb trail. You might get away with it, but fuck me. Yeah, I'm not
leaving all your evidence behind.
Yeah, I'm not big on eating in the car unless you have to. And that's just, I guess it's just become an OCD of mine, but I'm cool with it. Because,
there you go.
For all you ladies listening, you think, oh, that guy's fucked, right? Like, oh, why does he care so much about his car? Well, how much time do you spend in your car, right? Like, every day, most people get in their car twice a day for a good portion of the day. It's like another house. You know what I mean? You live in that thing. So is your house clean? Are you worried about germs in your house? Because the germs are in your car too. So, I mean,
arguably more in the car.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm not a germaphobe. I'm just saying for the ladies out there to put it into perspective. If you think I'm nuts, I think you're nuts for having to like vacuum every 3 days. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But yeah, I like a good clean car, and it's just because like the car shows growing up and loving nice cars. It's just something about it. And then hold on.
All right.
There's something else about the clean car. And I was talking about this today actually with the young guy at work. He's like, do you ever wax your car? Absolutely, I wax my car at least once or twice a year based on the car I own now, right? I'm rocking a pretty sweet Yaris. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That thing doesn't need much wax. But like my nicer looking cars, for sure, I would wax those suckers once a month. But the best thing you can do is a clay bar. So do you know what that is? Do your parents ever rock a clay bar?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's a kit you can buy, and it's basically spray wax and this little white bar of clay. It's almost like plasticine. Mm-hmm. You flatten that sucker out, and you spray your car or whatever panel you're working on with the spray, and you wipe this bar along the outside of the car, and then you wipe that off with a chamois or whatever.
Yep.
Not chamois, but you know what I'm saying.
A terrible microfiber.
Yeah. Pull that off, and then you follow up with a layer of wax.
Okay.
Now I have the most inappropriate way of describing this, but after you're done doing that, and you touch like your door, you put your window down, you're driving, touch the door.
Yeah.
It's like a freshly waxed vagina. It's
I do know. I do.
So you appreciate that, right?
Yes.
So that's like if you want your car to feel like a freshly waxed,
Yeah.
you go ahead and you get yourself a clay bar kit.
There you
spend
go.
the afternoon. That's the best.
There you go. Now, do you have a brand that you gravitate towards?
For my wax?
Yeah, and all your detaily stuff?
Some of the stuff doesn't matter, but wax, yeah. I like Meguiar's, and that was only because of the anal retentive boss I had that had me wax his rims with it, so.
No, my dad's, that's his brand, Meguiar's.
It's good.
Yep.
It is good.
He's got a California brush.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if he has the clay thing, and I'm sure he'll hit us up in the DMs
Yeah, he'll let us know.
Correct.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if he has that, but I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely, he gets a lot of compliments on their cars because he just, he keeps it nice, wash, wax, buff, all of that.
It is the way.
And he always brushes it off with his California brush all the time.
Makes your car last longer.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely helps with the paint, and a nice clean interior is not going to start to fuck off on you. So I don't know. It's worth it, but that's my end of the cleanliness. You could care less. I care too much.
I don't know if I would say I could care less. I think I care more now.
Yeah.
Than better. I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's nice to have a nice clean car, like a nice clean house, you know?
Do I still have those habits? Yes.
Yeah.
Are they as bad as they used to be? Absolutely not.
Right. Well, hey, you're getting better.
I feel like I'm really working towards the better.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Your dad will be proud.
Yeah.
So speaking of the past, in getting better, we've each had multiple cars growing up.
We're talking about this.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's hear your past cars.
So my very first car was a 1995 Dodge Spirit.
Hell yeah.
A legit grandma car.
Legit. What color was it? Was it the turquoise?
No, it was white. And it had a bench front seat, which is rare. And it had like a steering shifter, not a floor shifter.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool too. So you could comfortably fit 6 people into the car. Well, comfortably.
Yeah.
But it was bench seats, which you don't find often at all. Now, it wasn't speedy getting going, but once it did go, it fucking hummed her in there.
Hummed her in there?
Yeah, hummed her in there real good. Yeah. Oh, she could keep up with anybody.
Nice.
She could keep up with anybody. And then it was a Ford, I don't know what it was.
Escort.
It'll get
Tempo,
to me. No.
Taurus.
Wasn't a Taurus.
Focus.
Fusion.
Ford did make a Fusion.
Maybe. Anyway, it was a little green car. It was good to me.
Oh, little.
Yeah.
Ford, it wasn't a Fusion then. Fuck, what was the little Ford called?
I only remember.
What year was it?
I only remember its nickname.
What year was it? Do you know?
Like maybe
Fiesta?
No. Like late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
Because
I want to say it's an Escort, but I guess I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right.
Yeah. Well, again, I only identify it by its nickname, so
What's the name?
The Nav.
The Nav.
Yeah.
What?
So I remember I was driving around with a friend, and I'm pretty good with directions. Like, I know where I'm going for the most part, and if I drive somewhere once, I'm pretty good to get there without any map or assistance afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't trust myself to do it, but I could. Like, one time I was coming home from Wasaga Beach, and I don't go up there often at all.
Okay.
And I was coming home, and I had just left, and my phone died. And so I was going off of my phone. So I had to just figure out how to get home.
That's fine.
Yeah. That actually, it's one of the games I did really love. When I got my license, is just like, go get lost.
Yeah.
And figure out how to get back.
No, that's for sure the way.
So then I knew how to get to a lot of places and where to go, or maybe a nice shortcut or whatever.
So that's why it was called the Nav?
Well, and they were saying like, oh, this is like the Navigator car.
Oh, shit.
So then it was the Navigator, and then it just got shortened to the Nav.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Nav.
What color was that?
Green.
Green, that's what you said.
Yeah. Next one was my absolute favorite car I've ever owned. Oh, I felt so badass driving it.
Okay.
It was my fucking Grand Am. Yeah. I felt so fucking badass driving that. Beesh.
It was white, right?
Yeah, it was. You'll start to notice a theme, you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was white. And not on the color theme is not on purpose. It's just how it played out. So that was oh my God, I felt like a boss ass bitch in that car. I fucking loved that car. It was such a nice car. And then I went to the Menomobile, which was my black Malibu.
Yeah, that's the one.
So again, the nickname, like we called it the Meno Machine.
Awesome.
It's a black Malibu.
Back in the day,
let's get real.
Every Mennonite had a black Malibu that was driving cars. That was for sure.
I got so many bonnet waves.
Absolutely, you did.
So many bonnet waves.
That was a go-to. That and Chevy Impala.
Yeah. Yep.
They love their Impala.
Absolutely. And then the Sunfire.
Oh, fuck yeah, the Sunfire. That's true.
The black Sunfire.
Black Sunfire. That was another Mennonite classic. Big time. And
then the next one was my very first SUV.
Oh, yeah.
My Tucson. I loved that. I still pine for that thing. It was so cute. OMG. It was an 06, so it was like boxy, but still cute.
Yeah.
White.
That's awesome.
And then I got T-boned. Wah, wah.
That's the worst when you lose a car, not by choice.
Yeah, it was not by choice. She had so many good miles left on her.
Yeah.
And now my Versa.
And that's it, eh?
Yep.
Nice.
Which is
I
not
say that's
white.
it, but like that's good.
But, it's coming to the end of things.
Is it? Why?
Well, it's got almost 350,000 on it.
Yeah. So?
And the body's starting to, give a little. I'm just saying, like, I'm keeping an eye. But I'm really I really want to keep this whole pattern going because it's been white color, white color, white color.
Oh, okay.
So next up would be white.
Again.
And I actually do really like white vehicles.
Do you?
I do.
Do you like just that base, like eggshell white, or you like the pearl white?
Oh, I'm not that in depth about it. I'm serious. I just like the white.
That's wild.
I really like white vehicles. I didn't think I was gonna. I hate red vehicles.
Yeah?
I hate red cars. I hate red.
It's a choice for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the right car.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
And it's a choice for a generation.
Yeah, it's got to be the right car.
Nope.
Never, eh?
No.
No right car?
Nope.
I'm thinking like a
Mitsubishi
Evo.
But no.
It looks good in red, or an old Camaro.
No, it's a no for me.
It is a hard one to pull off.
Yeah.
Ferrari must kind of be red.
Yeah. But again, like, I love lime green. So, like, what do I know?
Lamborghini, lime green.
Yeah. That's
just rattling off shit here.
Yeah. Anyway, what about you? What are rhyme off your
my
cars?
All right. Well, I'm glad that I'm not glad, but your Tucson story reminded me that sometimes we lose cars before we'd like to lose them.
Yeah.
My first ever technical car was not one I purchased. It was one kind of inherited, but never mine. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
My dad he was changing jobs and he needed a car because he had a work truck before that. And then, or maybe I'm getting the story wrong. Maybe the work truck was getting taken away. It was something to do with work trucks, right?
Yeah.
So he had to get a car, truck. Right? So he picked up a Jeep Cherokee, 89 Jeep Cherokee.
Nice. Nice.
You know what? If I could still have it today, I would.
Yeah, I bet.
Like if you could get me a 1989 Cherokee, the same one I had, and just like reset the odometer, fuck yeah.
Did it have like the wood paneling?
No.
Am I thinking
it was
of
all
the right
black.
thing?
You're thinking of the right vehicle.
Oh, I would love to have one of those. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
It was all black. We had a little lift on her, 2 or 3 inch lift on it, and some pretty, not huge tires, but like bigger than stock. Like it was a sporty little unit, but like it was loaded. So the roof and as fancy as it could be in 1989, right?
Yep.
But it was cool. And I would fucking take that thing everywhere, right? IGA, I had it at IGA when we worked together.
Yeah.
And I would take that thing off-roading. when I wasn't supposed to, like lunch hour with the boys, in high school, or take her out
Berta.
drifting in the rain, like classic teenage idiot, but perfect car for it. Like couldn't go very fast, lifted, so if you hit something, you're going over it. Just like, and like leaving parking lots, you don't need to wait for an exit. You just fucking drive right out the fucking side of it. Who gives a shit, right? Like that was what we did back in the day. So it was so bad that one time, I don't remember who was with me, but there was a buddy involved, and we went out to Rim Park. And if you go behind Rim Park, there's a little piece of road there. I'm not sure if you can still go there. I haven't been there a long time, but it's probably still there. They have a really aggressive little hill there.
Yep.
And my mom's fault, actually. She showed me this in her Jeep. If you hit this thing pretty fast, it feels like you get air. It's tons of fun, right? Yeah, tons of fun. So one day, me and
she just basically walked you into that.
Right, yeah. Thanks, Mom. So one day, me and my buddy were like, we hit it, and we're like, yeah, that was fun, right? Let's go back the other way. Well, the other way, it's a more aggressive slant. So I fucking launched that sumbitch like the General Lee, way up.
I was thinking the same thing. Well, these Duke boys.
So high up that it was starting to come down like this. So we landed full weight on the back wheels, and both of the rear shocks blew right off. Like fucking right out the back, because they fucking bolt up here and they bolt down here, and they just sheared right off at the base, and they were fucking just
oh my god,
gone. So like, and it was also, maybe it was a different time, but 2 stories with my dad, not impressed. Anyway, come back, try to explain that to your father, who is a mechanic and who is also nuts and has done stupid shit in his life and in this Jeep. I have been in this Jeep when he did stupid shit. Yeah. Also his fault for teaching me the stupid shit it could do.
Well, I mean,
so I come back and he looks underneath and he's like, how the fuck do you do that? Like how the fuck do you honestly do that? I was like, I hit a bump. He's like, yeah, you hit a fucking bump, my fucking ass, right? And so like, I got reamed out in that thing another time. I came back just covered in mud, fucking top to bottom mud. What the fuck were you doing? Oh, hit the fucking mud puddle there. Oh yeah, mud puddle my fucking ass, right? So yeah, you couldn't lie to him because he'd done enough stupid shit in his day. Yeah. You could see right through your bullshit.
And I bet with that like shock thing, I bet in his head he's like, I'm as furious as I am impressed.
Makes you wonder, right?
Makes
you wonder.
Like, I'm actually impressed with what I'm seeing. It's so...
I absolutely loved that car, though, or Jeep, I should say. And like one time, I think, might have been with Raym, actually. We were cooking on New Jew. Like, had that thing going like 160, which was fast for that thing because it had no balls except for like off-road shit, and it had big tires. Saw a cop. And I had that thing. I nailed the brake so hard, and with the big wheels and the suspension, just like absorbed the speed so hard. We went from like 160 to 80 in no time at all, and nothing, not even a warning flash from the cop, nothing. Wow. So like we got real lucky. I got lucky in that thing a lot until, it got unlucky. This thing's got a hell of a story.
Yeah.
I got rear-ended twice in that thing.
You did?
Yeah, one time in front of Dairy Queen there on, what's that? Dairy Queen by Pizza Hut, whatever. Is that like University?
University.
Right? Yeah, it's University, right?
University in Weber.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So I'm just stopped at a light. All of a sudden, some chick just boom in a car much smaller than mine, and I had a trailer hitch on the back. So she ate shit on that one, and I walked away pretty well unscathed with my vehicle. So that was lucky. One other time, we're sitting in St. Jacobs before it was a roundabout. It was a light, right?
Oh, yeah. It fucking was. Oh, yeah.
Sitting there at a red, and all of a sudden, I look in my mirror, and I see this safari van just coming in. I'm like, it ain't stopping. And she just smashed right into the back, and like, because I had nowhere to go. And I'm just like, fuck, here we go. Bang. Twisted the fucking Jeep up. R.I.P. Jeep. It wasn't the jumps. It wasn't the idiot driving it. It was the fucking chick that hit me from behind. But anyway, that's enough of the Jeep. That's my first car. Never purchased. My dad let me use it. First one I bought was a Sunbird GT.
Oh, see, I didn't start with the first one I ever drove.
Well, you want to throw it out there?
Well, it was a white GMC Safari.
There you go. Yeah. Not the same one that hit me. Not the same one that hit me. Yeah. But
Anyway.
next one was the Sunbird GT. Fucking loved that thing. Standard. So I had to learn how to drive standard. I always wanted to have a standard car. My dad said, you're not getting a standard car. I was like, why the fuck not? He's like, I don't want to fucking teach you. I was like, that's fucking fine. I was like, I want to buy this car. It was in Winterburn. I wanted it. It looked so cool. And he's like, well, I'll drive it home. But after that, I'm not fucking teaching you how to drive it. Thanks, Dad, right? Like, fuck, sometimes he is super nice. And like, so like, I had to teach myself how to drive that thing. Actually, I was lucky. My friend Corey, he had been taught how to drive stick. So called my buddy and he's like, all right, this is how it goes. And we just took that thing out and learned how to drive stick in that thing. Speedo went to 160. It had a V6 in it, had a lot of torque, dual exhaust, flip up headlights. The thing was fucking sick. I had the fucking Discman in the fucking front little cubby there, with the auxiliary to the tape cord.
Hell yeah.
And it had so much torque, if you fucking hammered it, your fucking Discman would end up in the back seat. It was fucking sick. But then I sold that car to Reem. And then I bought a 2001 Neon RT. The coolest neon you could buy back then.
Yeah.
Silver, sporty looking bitch. I drove that thing forever. Like
neon and cool don't really go together.
This one was all right. I put an intake on it. I had a sweet exhaust. I had sweet tail lights. I had the 6-man disc changer was damaged by a detailer. Because I used to take my shit to get detailed, right? And then they fucking used water on it, and there goes my 6-man changer. And back in 2000 fucking...
That was a big
That was
deal.
hot shit, right? So that's when I had to fucking move on to fucking Alpine deck with an iPod attached to it, which was nice, because then you had more than 6 discs at your disposal, right? You had all your shit.
We all know, like, I fucking love a tape deck for that reason. I miss tape in my car. I do.
You can use anything in that. You can CD, MP3, tape. Right, with that adapter, you're set.
It's amazing.
But that Neon, loved it. Had a lot of great trips in it. Basically killed it when it had like 300-something thousand on it. Drove it to Ottawa to purchase one of my guitars. There was a guitar I really wanted, and there's like it's super rare, and I wanted it so bad. So I drove to fucking Ottawa to get it. And that long trip was kind of like, by the time we parked it in Ottawa, Janine's like, something smells like it's burning. I was like, yeah, it's probably pretty tired. And then like we didn't have the same power ever again. Because I had that thing a little bit, I had a tuner on it and all this shit, and you could tell when it wasn't.
Well, could you make it home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was just like
tired.
It was tired. That was like the end of its prime, let's say. So then I was gonna drive. I was driving it for a while. That's not why I got rid of it. I just found another car that I really wanted, so I just bought that, and I sold it to someone who was going to use it for dirt track racing.
Oh, okay.
They came, they fucking looked at it because I keep my shit so clean. They're like, they're throwing the money at me.
Nice.
They take it back to like basically strip it because it's going to be a race car. They're like, this is the cleanest Neon we have ever worked on. They were just so, like, they emailed me like later on to say how nice the car was. I was like, you're welcome, boys, you know, because like I didn't put it up for a lot because it's at the time when I sold it, over $300,000, 400,000 Neon, right? Like, I didn't get a lot for that. So it was just like, whatever, take it. I ended up basically using the money from that car sale to buy the rims and tires for like my next car, winter rims and tires, I should say, for my next car, which was a 2006 Subaru WRX, something I always wanted.
Yep.
Fucking loved that car. One of the best cars ever. I loved it from the day I got it to the day I got rid of it. The only reason I got rid of it was because I was changing jobs. Money was getting fucking harder to come by. I knew it was coming, and gas was going up. Premium, you had to put premium in this bitch. And like, I had been all around the world in this thing. There's so many stories. I could probably do a podcast of stories on that car alone, but we're not going to go there. Loved that car. Still miss that car. Sold it because it was just time, and it was hard for me to let it go. And like, Janine was using it to haul around Great Danes, and like, that's not what it was for. So it was just like, we needed something else. And then that brings us to, what did I get first? Oh, Yaris. We got the Yaris. 2015 Yaris SE.
Nice.
Super cool, guys. Super cool. It's not, but it's been good.
Hey.
It's a gas saver, good for 5 minutes to work kind of shit. I actually drove out east in it, and it fucking had a hard time with that. You need horsepower to go out east. Those mountains and hills are not fucking playing. But this thing, like, I'd go up the hills, it's just screaming at us. Just, like,
Yeah.
I would pass people on the hill and it's just fucking in like red line and they're all looking at me like, what the fuck, right? But yeah, yes. And so that's what I rock now. Plus we got because of the Great Danes in the back of the WRX, we got a RAV4.
Nice.
Super cool RAV4. 2011. Both my cars are the same color now. Super lame, but yeah.
Well,
black Jeep, silver neon, gray WRX, fucking, and 2 darker gray.
Yeah.
Toyotas now. So yeah, white
on
cars.
The gray.
I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
Since we're talking
Circle
colors.
back. I know you want to.
I don't like white cars. Janine had a white WRX. She never thought she'd get a white car either, but that one was nice, pearl white. But fucking most cars, when you get a white car, I just think service vehicle. You work for Service Ontario. You work for a construction company. You're a plumber. Why would you buy a white vehicle just to match up with all the other like construction cars, township cars? Like, it's, to me, I see it as a service vehicle. So that's why I don't like
literally
white
never
cars.
thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I'm like, why would you buy
that?
that when there's colors?
Because I don't like all the colors.
Yeah.
And I like white because I'm a basic bitch.
Yeah.
That's how I wagon wheel.
But the thing that we didn't mention is we've been buying used cars. You don't get to choose your color. Sometimes that's the car you want. That's the color it comes in, right?
Yeah. For me, it's all about, because I've bought my cars outright. Right now, I'm rocking an 07. It's 2 years away from being 20 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy, eh?
I've bought so many cars in straight up cash. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I prefer it that way.
But yeah,
I really do.
It is the way. Like, if you can afford to buy it outright, it saves you from making payments, because like payments fucking suck.
They do.
Yeah.
But also, for me, it's always been, and I actually, because I had such an old car, so it would have been 2004, I got my first car, and it was a 95. And there was a bunch of stuff, like by the end of it, I had bottles of transmission fluid in the back because I'd have to put training fluid in it all the time. Because I'm not fixing the transmission in that. It's not worth it. I'll just buy a different car.
Yeah, it's the same price.
But it is the same price. But until I get there, I'm just going to have bottles of training fluid in there. And it worked for me. And I also kind of like that. I think you should give your kid a shitty car, because it gives you the opportunity to like learn about your car.
Yeah.
And learn how to kind of dial in to what your car is saying when you drive it.
Yeah, I got
something. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I got something to like add to that.
I got pretty all right with cars.
Yeah, and so for like shitty young drivers, I've had this like weird theory that I've been saying for years, and it's funny coming from me, who has sometimes not listened to this, but I think that you should have to earn horsepower in a vehicle. I think that when you first get your license, it should be like capped at like 130 horse or something like that, right? Like that's like your typical like slow ass car, like 100, 130, right? For your first 2 years of driving. And then after that, you can kick up to 200. And then once you're like a 5-year like driver, you can go to like 250. Once you get to like 7 years, we'll let you get 350. 10 years, you can have all the power. But like these kids that are like rich kids that get their Corvette for their 16th birthday, what do you think is going to happen with that thing? They're going to take it out. They're going to stroke on it. They're not ready for that. They don't know how to drive yet. They think they do, but they really don't. So it's dangerous.
Well, I told you about that kid that almost took out like 3 whole fucking lanes of traffic because he was driving like an asshole.
Yeah, and that's what they do.
Holy shit.
So like, let's take the power away. You know what I mean? Earn your power.
I like that.
You know?
I like that a lot.
I'm not saying power shouldn't be out there, because there's nothing wrong with having a fast car.
No.
But if you know how to drive it and you're smart and mature, that's the difference. So I think if you can, there should be like a staged license that'll be like, all right, now you've unlocked this much horsepower. You know, that's ridiculous. Bit of a weird, crazy theory, but I think that would work. I think that would be safe.
I like that.
Yeah, that's my fucking stupid idea.
Absolutely, I like that.
Well, speaking of our cars, do you know your license plate number?
This one, yeah.
Do you?
Yep.
I never remember.
Oh, see, now I've had some where I still know some of my old plates along
It's
with
just
my
burned in your
current
head,
one.
just like your old friends' phone numbers, like from when you were kids.
Yep.
But like, ask me my friends, like my new friends. No, it's in my phone. You know?
Oh my God. Like some of my friends I've been friends with since we've been small fucking children, like some even before school.
Yeah.
And I know their childhood house phone number off by heart still. I have no idea what their cell phone numbers are.
Exactly.
I could never get a hold of them if I lost my phone today.
Yeah.
I could never get a hold of them. Thank God my mom still has like our home phone number as her cell phone.
Yeah.
That would be the only one I'd have.
It's one of those things, right? Like,
Which I mean, she would be my emergency contact anyway.
yeah. Mom. I absolutely, like, it's funny of all the things I'm anal about when it comes to cars. Like, I know like all the different car kinds, like clean my cars, fucking all the stupid shit. Don't know my license plate number. I couldn't even tell you right now. And I even thought about talking about this like a week ago. Like, we'll talk about this in the car podcast. You think I practice?
No.
No, I don't give a fuck.
No.
It's on the fucking car. What's your plate? It's that one right there. Right there.
Sometimes I'll do it like to a thing.
Yeah.
Or the one I have now, I do it in a radio voice because it's like a radio station.
Oh, yeah.
So blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. But it leads me to the other thing I was thinking of too. You know what you don't really hear of anymore? Maybe I'm not out enough to hear it, but you don't hear the, would so-and-so with the dark gray Toyota Corolla license plate ATXY, whatever.
Yeah.
Your lights are on.
Your lights are on.
Right?
Yeah.
At like hockey games or like whatever.
So true.
Don't hear that often, do you?
No, you don't. And like sometimes it's not even that their lights are on, their fucking alarm is going off and they don't say anything. They just let it ride.
Yeah. So it's a good thing they say
don't do that anymore.
Right? It's like, I think it's a dying breed. Like, I mean, most cars have auto lights now, but like, if they were like, with the car with the license plate, fucking da-da-da, you have your lights on, it could be my car. I'd be fucking screwed. Because if they didn't tell me what kind of car it was, I'd be fucked.
They usually, like back in the day, they did.
Right? But if they always
gave you that.
If they ever tried to cut it short, they'd be fucking me and my battery would be dead.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we skipped something here. That's all right.
No.
Do you name your cars?
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah. Obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You gave a couple already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We name everything.
Everyone?
So in my house, you name everything.
Okay. What's your car's name now?
This one, my current one, is vice versa.
Oh, perfect.
Rob's got another nickname for it, but it's
inappropriate.
Yeah. I don't want to get canceled like less than 20 episodes in.
True.
So, yeah, I call it the vice versa.
Nice.
But all of them have had names. So the first car, the Spirit, my parents gave it my keys on a Jaguar keychain. Yeah. So we called it the Jag.
Why not?
Well, and so I said I learned how to drive on a Safari, like a white one, a white GMC Safari. And that vehicle's nickname was the White Knight.
Classic.
Yeah. And so the car was sometimes Mini White Knight Jr. in the driveway there. And then the Nav and the Grand Dam was Helen because it was giving me trouble. It so much so that I just kind of felt like she was half a lemon. And again, one of my friends, not having a smart moment, kept calling it half a melon, which then just turned into Helen.
There you go.
So then there was Helen. And then the Menno Machine. Tina was the Tucson.
Nice.
And this is the vice versa.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you?
I didn't. I do now.
Mm.
So I didn't name the Jeep. I didn't name the Sunbird, sorry. I would never drive a Sunfire. Come on. Sunbird's the same thing, right? Fucking didn't name that. Didn't name the Neon. But the WRX got a name late in its life because of Frozen.
Okay.
So you know how like I'm not a huge. I think I'm trying to remember. It's Elsa and Anna, right?
Yeah.
She was named Anna because she was always knocking on her sister's door for it to snow. Do you want to come out and play in the snow?
Yeah.
Right?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Right. So
Come
that
on,
was
let's go
my
and play.
that was my little WRX because loved the winter in that thing. Could not be stopped. This was before traction control and all that
Yeah.
bullshit. So if you had a fucking snowdrift update here or like whatever, you got first gear and you fucking go. Like you
There
just
you
dig through. It's like a fucking ATV. Like I'm serious. You just hammer through. So I loved the snow in that thing. So like we later on were like,
Nice.
well, it likes to play in the snow. And so does that little girl, right? So she was Anna. And then Tony is our Yaris.
Okay.
Tony, Toni, because it's a girl, right? They're all girls. And
are all vehicles girls?
Absolutely. They're fucking
don't
cold-hearted
think so.
bitches. Every fucking one of them.
That's hilarious.
I have a real love-hate.
That is hilarious.
I have a real love-hate relationship with cars, you know?
Oh my
And
God.
they are moody
was not
bitches.
expecting
Every
that.
fucking one of them. The attitude, oh my God.
Ah.
So yeah, Tony, and reason why is because when we were buying Tony, we were test driving it. We were driving it. All of a sudden we look, and there's a guy we used to work with at Eastside's crazy old dishwasher, like fucking old, like 80s. Like he had to be 80. I don't know.
Oh my God.
By the time we saw him anyway, right? Maybe not when we worked with us, but when we saw him, we were like, holy fuck, there's Tony. So we're like, well, we have to name this car Tony. So instead of being like Tony, it's Toni for a girl. So that's Tony. And the other one's Wanda.
Okay.
The RAV4 is Wanda.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do not think all cars are girls.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's because you don't work on them.
Maybe. But do I not?
Do you?
I have old ass ones.
But do you work on them?
Like, not the way that you would have worked on
Exactly.
them because I'm not a fucking licensed
I
mechanic.
had to deal with them, right? I had to fucking deal with them.
Yeah.
And it's like dealing with a lady. They get moody. They have their days. Like, so, and you have to talk nice to them. That's a little tip for you out there. Keep your car clean. Keep your lady clean. Talk nice to your lady, and she'll be good to you. As soon as you start talking shit about your car, you're fucked. It's going to break.
Now that's a two-way street. That's a two-way street.
I'm always, yeah, you're a good girl. You know what I mean? You did good. Like, we're going to have a good day today. Like, we're going on a road trip.
I do
all
that.
All right, girl, let's go.
I do
We're going to
that.
get this. We're going to get this. Like, you talk nice to them, they'll be good to you for the most part. Because they are still women and they're going to come back at you sometimes, no matter how nice you are to them.
I feel like you could say that about so many dudes too. So like, I'm
Sure.
just like, yeah, I'm just listening to you describe your own kind as well.
Sure. I don't deal with them as much, so I don't.
I've known some men who are bitches.
I think if you asked most people if cars are girls, I think they're going to come back.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah. Come at me in the comments.
You know what? We should do a poll.
We should do a
just
poll.
do a poll.
We'll do a poll.
Yeah.
And we're going to get the answer to this poll. We'll put it on our socials.
Put it in the comments, like anything. Like, talk about your first cars.
Yeah, we want to hear that.
This is the white debate. I know. That's why I paused. I was like, I don't know how to do. I don't know if there's a right way to say this at all. But like the white car debate. I think you just got to put car in there.
Just put car in there.
Should be fine. We should be fine.
Yeah, we should be good now. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to weigh in on any of the cleanliness, past cars, car colors.
Yeah.
Like I hate red cars. You can come at me for that.
And I hate white cars. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things. It's fine for everybody else. It's not for me.
But that would be cool. I want to hear people out there's first cars.
Yeah.
First cars are fun.
Yeah, first cars are fun.
Because like, it probably wasn't your first choice.
No.
But it was your first car.
Unless you're a spoiled
brat. And if you're a spoiled brat, let's hear it. Let's hear
from you too.
Hear about the Corvette you got fucking tickets in or fucking wrap the rims off the curb or fucking.
Yeah, I got to drive my parents' BMW.
How many fucking crowds of people did you mow down with your Mustang? Let's hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. So before we go, quick one.
Okay.
Do you have a dream car that you would love to have?
Not necessarily like a dream car off the top of my head. I love the Jeep with the wood panelings, like the old school.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, just fucking Google it.
Yeah. Wood paneling Jeep. Yeah.
Yeah. Wood paneling Jeep.
Yeah.
And that one, actually, I would do like the burgundy, but I'd rather do the green because green's my favorite color. Well, green's my favorite color. So I'd rather do that.
Okay.
I would really love like a classic car as well, like a classic muscle car.
Which one?
I don't know. Like it would just have to be the right one.
Throw
I'll
one
know
out
it
there,
when I
Dana.
see
We were
it.
talking about earlier. We didn't get onto the car show topic today, but we were talking how you've worked the car show circuits. You've seen classic
No, I have
cars.
not worked the car show circuit. I just know what you're talking about because
let me use my words carefully. She didn't work there. She went
No.
to the car shows with her parents, but
no, there's no room for me. They've all gathered at our place before they go. Like
okay.
I know about the car show scene and how it's like a small community and everybody's serious about it.
Very serious.
Like one of the old trucks or like an old 70s, 60s muscle car. Nothing. I can't even imagine anything past the 80s. I'm not into that vibe.
Okay.
Although, like, who would pass up the opportunity to own a DeLorean? Like, nobody. Come on.
I would.
All right. Well, fine for you.
Yeah. We're different.
We are different. And that's okay. But like now, it's weird, but I love a Ford Flex.
Yeah.
Yep. Like those big ass cube
I get it.
SUVs. And I would love a Jeep Grand Cherokees. They're great. Yeah. I actually do like the Broncos. I guess I'm like into like the square stuff.
Like the new ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. The tricky thing about the new Bronco is there's like 4 different versions of it. There's some really bad ones. And then there are some badass ones.
Yeah, but damn.
Yeah, I do like the badass version of that, right? It looks really cool. But then there's like the lame version. It's like, well, why'd you put the same name on that? You know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Doesn't add up, but
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like a nice SUV. I don't like how small SUVs are getting, like how short.
We call those crossovers.
I know. I don't like it. It's just like a tall car.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like the older SUVs that have way more headroom because honestly, if the top of the windshield comes too close to my forehead, I start to get a little panicky.
Okay.
It's way too close. I get way too claustrophobic.
So you like a car with a sunroof. That's why I like the sunroof because you can, which drives me nuts when you get in a car with people with sunroofs and they have this fucking thing closed. It's like, why did you get a sunroof?
Oh, yeah, very true. I've never had a sunroof.
It just makes the car feel so much bigger. It's like an illusion, right? It's no bigger. It's just that you see the sky and it's nice.
Well, but like, I don't like the ones that also let's talk about that because I don't like the ones that just go and just open a little bit. Like if you're going to open all the way.
The old cars, they just do a little flip up, right?
Yeah, the fuck is the point of that?
Yeah, just looks nice.
Ventilation.
Yeah, I love sunroofs. They're cool.
Yeah. Well, what about you?
Dream car, favorite car? Quick answer, Nissan Skyline GTR 34 Spec V Nismo. And that's real close between 2 of them. There's another one, Toyota Supra. Love that car as well. One of the first engines I ever ripped out of a car was from a Toyota Supra.
I don't know what those are.
That's fair, but someone is going to know. And,
yeah, they will.
The reason the Skyline takes the cake is because it's all-wheel drive. So when you fucking put your foot into it, you're fucking going. Whereas the Supra's rear-wheel drive. So you got to be a little bit more careful with that one.
I don't know if I've ever owned a rear-wheel drive vehicle.
Your Safari was. Your Safari would have been. But no, your other ones?
Not any of mine, just the one I learned on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
But yeah, it's just a different animal, right? So yeah, it just comes down to putting the power down, right? Mm-hmm. Go there, that's a sick fucking car. It's just, I'll never own one because I'd have to win the lottery. Back in the day, like they're way cheaper, but Fast and Furious and everything considering, and now that they're classic cars, it's just like you're looking at least 100,000 for one of those, and it's a 2001. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird to think of a Nissan costing that much, but it's one of the best cars.
Oh man, maybe like in a couple years, like 10 years from now, if I want to get like a classic car, maybe I'll go back to like an 01 Grand Am.
If you can find one.
It legit would be.
Yeah, but they won't be out there.
No, not at all.
But yeah.
Because they stopped making them. So I get it.
You're fucked on that.
But you know what
Just
I mean?
I would love to buy a brand new 1989 Jeep Cherokee or even a brand new 1996 or 4 Sunbird GT. You know what I mean? I think it was a 94. But fuck, if I go back and get all my other cars again brand new, I would. They're great. Even the fucking Neon was slowest one of them all, but fun car still. Sporty, sunroof,
I mean, I always bought my cars for the price, the kilometers, and how it ran.
Yeah, me too.
That's it.
But they also had to be badass.
No, mine was just those 3. Only one was really badass.
Yeah, classic muscle car for sure. Like a Charger, 69 Charger, or my buddy Trevor's got a couple Camaros. He's 68, 69. Those are fucking sweet Camaros. Fuck.
Yeah.
So many good classics.
Yeah, there are.
Chevelles, Novas. Fuck, where do you start?
Well, I would want a muscle car, not a boat. But some of those
a land yacht, Danny. You want a land yacht, like a big old fucking Cadillac or a Lincoln where it's fucking 24 feet long with giant fucking subs and air ride. Fucking
velvet seats.
Hell yeah.
Or whatever that was in there.
That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd rather have a muscle car than a big boat.
More fun.
I'd rather have a pontoon on the lake than a pontoon on the road.
Land yacht and have fucking chill in the most, put on the fucking spare tire on the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spare tire on the back.
Yeah.
Fucking chill in the most. Fucking Kid Rock fans will get that one. Mm-hmm. Well, Dana, we gotta fucking shut
wrap
this
it up.
down. Yeah, we're this will be a nice tight butthole half-hour car talk.
I knew it was gonna be a loose butthole. I said it before we even came upstairs.
I think we could have a part 2 someday because there's things we didn't talk about. So maybe in the future.
Yeah, there's other shit you had.
I had a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, we did all right today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our car talk.
Oh, and then next on part 2, we can talk about ones we hate.
Yep. Car shows, cars we hate, actual road trip stories. Wow. This could be a car podcast before you know it.
I feel like road trip could be one
on its own. Yeah.
Do you guys have any opinions on that?
Yeah.
We would love to hear it.
Yeah, let's
send your opinions, your questions, all of it. Yeah, send love, send hate, send it all.
Yeah, let's hear your first cars. Let's go. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, let's get to clicking. Let's get to typing.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sticking around this long if you did.
Yeah. I mean, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. We had fun. We had a good time. Hopefully you had a good time too.
Yeah. Let's hit it.